Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to learn how to send automated certificates to your interns on successful completion of the training. So, Google Sheet is a spreadsheet program where we can create and share the spreadsheets. Google Slides is an online presentation application where we can create and format the presentations, while Google Drive allows us to save our files online. So, let's take an example. I run an educational or training institute and I have the data of my interns in my Google Sheet. Now, whenever any of my intern complete his training, I have to create a certificate and I have to share it on their email IDs. This process is actually time consuming. So, I want to automate this process. In this use case, I want that whenever a data of my intern is added into the Google Sheets, automatically a certificate should be created and the same certificate should be shared on the email IDs of my interns. But there is one problem, that there is no direct connection between Google Sheets, Google Slides and Google Drive. So how the data will be sent between all these three software applications? As a solution, we are using Pabbly Connect. So basically, Pabbly Connect is an automation and integration software which will help us in integrating Google Sheets with Google Slides and with Google Drive also. The best part here is it doesn't require any coding skills or programming knowledge. Even a non-technical person can do this very easily. So let's check this in the real time. So this is my Google Sheet and this is my Google Drive folder. Okay, intern certificate. I want that whenever I create an entry of my intern in this Google Sheet, automatically a certificate should be created over here and it should be mailed on my intern's email ID also. Okay, I'll just create an entry of my intern. See the name as 𝗪𝗯𝗯𝗪𝗆 𝗖cie, email ID as 𝗪𝗯𝗯𝗪𝗆20@gmail.com. See the duration as 1st of June 2021 to 30th of June 2021. Okay, and now let us check whether 𝗪𝗯𝗯𝗪𝗆 certificate has been generated or not. I'll just refresh my Google Drive. Yes, I can see a certificate. I'll just open and show it to you. So yes, here we can see a certificate is created on the name of 𝗪𝗯𝗯𝗪𝗆 𝗖cie, the duration from 1st of June to 30th of June and the given date also mentioned over here. Now let us check the email ID of our intern, whether he has received a mail also. Yes, let me open this mail and show it to you. Okay, presentation shared with you, intern 𝗪𝗯𝗯𝗪𝗆 𝗖cie, the certificate, it's also shared on his email ID. So yeah, here you might be wondering, how did I manage to send my Google Sheet data to my Google Drive and then to my intern's email ID also? So let me tell you, I have done this in just 4 simple steps. So here at step 1, connect Pabbly Connect to Google Sheets with the help of webhook URL. So first of all, we have to go to Pabbly Connect. It will give us a webhook URL. We have to paste that webhook URL into the Google Sheet. And it will create an integration between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. At step 2, collect the data from Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. So at step 2, Pabbly Connect will capture the data from Google Sheets. At step 3, send the same data to Google Slides for creating a certificate. So whatever the data Pabbly Connect has captured from Google Sheets, the same data will be sent to Google Slides for creating a certificate. And at step 4, save the certificate on Google Drive and share it with your interns. So the certificate which is created in the Google Slides, the same certificate will be saved in your Google Drive and then it will be shared with your interns on their email IDs. Okay. So now let us learn the process. For this, let us type pabbly.com in our browser. So this is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to products and click on connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. Here, as you are the first time user, you have to click on sign up for free option. As I already have an account with Pabbly Connect, I'll just click on sign in. Here we have to scroll down, come to Connect and click on Access Now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to come on this plus sign and click on Create Workflow. Now it is asking us to give a workflow name. I'll just give the workflow name as Send Automated Certificates to your interns. Okay, I am giving the workflow name as Send Automated Certificates to your interns. You can give the workflow name as per your requirement. And let's click on Create. Now it has taken us to a trigger window and an action window. So you might be thinking, what is this trigger window and what is this action window? So let me tell you, Pabbly Connect works on the concept of triggers and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this use case, we want that whenever the data of my intern is added in the Google Sheet, it should automatically create a certificate and it should be mailed. So in the trigger window, I am going to select Google Sheets. Now in the trigger event, I will be selecting New Spreadsheet row. Now it has offered us a webhook URL and some steps are also given. Let us read the step 1. Create a new spreadsheet. Then navigate to the add-ons and click on Get Add-ons. So first of all, we have to create a new spreadsheet and then we have to move on to add-ons. So let me tell you, I have already created a new spreadsheet. This is interns master sheet, okay? And if you want to create a new one, you can just go to your Google Sheets home and by clicking on this plus sign, come to this blank one. By clicking on this plus sign, you can create a new one. Okay, I'll just open the one which I have already created. Here, we have to go on add-ons and we have to click on Get Add-ons. It has taken us to Google Workspace Marketplace. Here we have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. You have to install Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system. As you can see, it has already been installed on my system. I'll just close this window. Remember, after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat, after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. Once the Google Sheet is refreshed, you have to click on Add-ons and now you have to come to Pabbly Connect Webhooks and click on Initial Setup. Now it is also asking for a webhook URL and a trigger column. So this is the same webhook URL which we have seen in Pabbly Connect. So we just have to copy this webhook URL from Pabbly Connect and we have to go to our Google Sheet and we have to just paste it over here. Now it is asking for the trigger column. So let us read the instructions. The trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So it means I have the data in column A, column B, column C and column D. I want the data to be captured till column D. I will be giving the trigger column as column D. Okay. Now let's take an example. You have the data till column G and you want the data to be captured till column G. Then you have to select the trigger column as column G over here. Okay. Now let's click on Send Test. Test data sent successfully. Okay, now let's click on Submit. Again, we have to go on Add-ons, Pabbly Connect Webhooks and this time we have to click on Send on Event option. Why we are selecting this? Because next time whenever the data of any of my intern is added in this Google Sheet, automatically Pabbly Connect will capture the data. We don't have to create an integration again and again. Okay. Now, let's move to Pabbly Connect. Here, when we scroll down, we can see the responses received, okay, and the name, email ID, and the duration, the details, whatever we have filled in our Google Sheet, whatever the intern's data was there, Pabbly Connect has captured all of them, okay, Aashi Rai, the email ID, and the duration, okay. See, the same is captured over here. So now I want, using these details, a certificate should be generated. Okay, I have already created a template. I'll just show you. Okay, so this is the template. This is the name of my company. The certificate is presented to the name of the intern, the duration, and given this date. Okay, so I must tell you why I have kept this name, from date, to date in these curly braces, just because this data is going to change whenever the next time a new entry will be made in Google Sheet. Pabbly Connect will capture the data, and the name as well as the duration and this given this date will get changed. And in this certificate we want given this date also. So for this, what we are going to do in Pabbly Connect, we have to come to this action step, okay, and here we are going to select date and time formatter. Why we are selecting date and time formatter? Because we don't have the current date, we have the duration date here. Okay, now we want the current date also. For this, in the action event, I will be selecting this current date. Now let's click on connect. Here it is asking for the basic format, in which format we want the date. I want the date in 𝗪𝗵𝘆 format. I'll just select this. Include time in response. No, I don't want to include the time in response. I'll just keep it as false. And let's click on save and send test request. Here we can see responses received and the value is generated. That is, the current date is fetched over here. Now what we want, that a certificate should be generated using all these details of my intern, whatever the Pabbly Connect has captured. Okay, so for this we have to click on this plus sign. We have to add an application. Now we are going to select Google Slide in the action window. Okay, let us select Google Slide. In the action event, I want to create the slide. I want to create it from a template. Okay, I have already shown you the template. So I want to use that template for creating the certificate, this one. So I'm selecting the option create presentation from template and I'll just click on connect. Here we have to click on add new connection and connect with Google Slides. Here we have to select the account. I'll just select the account in which I want to create the certificate. And it is asking for the access. I'll just give away the access. Don't worry, the data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect. Authorization successful. Okay, and now it is showing as connected. Now you can see it is showing template presentation. Okay. Now here when I open, I can find some folders. Final slides folder for all, intern certificate template, slides for trainees. So the template name is intern certificate template. Okay. You can see it over here. Now I'll just select this template to use, intern certificate template. Now what would be the title of the new presentation? So I want to give the title as intern and then the name of my intern. I'll just select the name from here. Okay. Now it is asking new presentation location. Where do you want to save this certificate, this new presentation? So I have made two folders in my Google Drive. I'll just show you. One is certificates of July interns and intern certificate. So this time I want the certificates to be saved in certificates of July interns. I'll select this option, this folder. Okay. Here, certificates of July interns. I'll just select this. Now it is asking the name, from date, to date. So basically now it is asking for the details which Pabbly Connect has captured from Google Sheet. We have to map these details. Okay. Name, 𝗪𝗆 𝗪, email ID and the duration. So let us just move down and map all these details of our intern. Name 𝗪𝗆 𝗪. From date, I'll just select the from date from 1st of July. To date, I'll select to date 31st of July. And this will be the date, the date on which the certificate is presented. That is the current date. We have to capture it from date and time formatter now. So I'm just mapping here this date. Okay, and let us click on save and send test request. Here we can see responses received and then presentation ID is generated over here. Okay, Now let us check our Google Drive and open the folder Certificates of July Interns. And here we can see a certificate named 𝗪𝗍 𝗪 is generated over here. I'll just open it and show it to you. Yes, the certificate is presented to 𝗪𝗍 𝗪, duration from 1st July to 31st July and given this date. Okay. Now, what we want that this certificate should be shared on our intern's email ID also. So, for this, again we have to click on this Add Application step. And in the action window, now we are going to select Google Drive because the certificate is saved in our Google Drive. In the action event, we are going to select as Share a File. Let's click on Connect. Again, we have to click on Add New Connection and connect with Google Drive. Now, I'll just select the account here and I'll give the access. Authorization successful. Okay. Now, here we can see file ID, email and role. So, let us see them one by one. So, here we can see the file ID. File ID will be the new certificate. Okay. It will always be the new certificate. We want the new certificate to be sent to the intern. I mean to say, whenever a new entry of new intern is made in Google Sheet, a new certificate will be created in the Google slide and that new certificate should be shared to our intern. Okay. So, here what we have to do, we have to just enable this mapping button and we don't want to use this data. I'll just erase this data and I want the certificate ID over here which needs to be sent to my intern. So, here I'll go to Google Slides and I will map this presentation ID. Okay. So, whenever the new certificate is generated, the new certificate will be shared to the intern. Now, it is asking for the email. So, in the email, I will be giving the email ID of my intern. That is 𝗪𝗍 𝗪824@gmail.com. Okay. And now role, we can keep the role as can view, can edit, can comment, whatever you like. I am just giving, you require. I am just keeping it as can view. Okay. And let us click on Save and Send Test Request. Okay. So, the response is received. Okay. So, now let us check the email ID of 𝗪𝗍 𝗪, whether she has received the certificate or not. I'll just go to the email ID of 𝗪𝗍 and let us check. Yes, here we can see a presentation is shared with her. I'll just open the mail and I'll show it to you. Presentation shared with you, intern 𝗪𝗍 𝗪. Okay. And the same certificate is shared with her. Okay. I'll just close it. Now here we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. Let us do one more entry in our intern's master sheet and let us check whether it is going or not. I'll just give the intern name as 𝗪𝗍 𝗖છી. Let's give the email ID as 𝗪𝗍.𝗪𝗍@gmail.com and say the duration as same. Okay. So, let us check the email ID of 𝗪𝗍 also, whether she has received the certificate or not. I'll just open the email ID of 𝗪𝗍. And yes, here we can see the certificate is received. Okay, I'll just open it and let us recheck whether the certificate is correct or not. Yes, we can see the same certificate is shared on her email ID also. Okay, I'll just close it. So, now here we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. The data is going from Google Sheet. The certificates are getting generated in our Google Drives folder here and then they are shared on the email IDs of our interns. Okay. What we will do, we'll just save it. Data saved successfully. Now, let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. Okay, I'll just minimize all these windows. Okay. So, in the trigger event, we have selected that whenever a new data of our intern is added into the Google Sheet, automatically a certificate should be created using the template in the Google Slides and then it should be shared on the email IDs of the interns. Along with that, we have added a date and time formatter which will capture the current date which is required for the certificates. Okay. And in this way, we have successfully created an integration between Google Sheets, Google Slides and Google Drive. So not just these software applications, you can use a ton of applications and automate your business using Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can contact us at admin@pabbly.com. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and the workflow is available in the description box. If you really like this video, please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.